I find it hard to believe that she's 41. 41. Hey everybody, what's going on? Today we're going to talk about Charlize Theron's new spy thriller, Atomic Blonde, which is based on the graphic novel, The Coldest City. This novel is written by Anthony Johnson and is a stylish black and white Cold War thriller. MI6 agent Lorraine Broughton is sent alone into Berlin to find a highly sought-after list of undercover spies. As she's made the second her plane hits the ground, Broughton enters a game she knows all too well, the deadly game of spies. Atomic Blonde is directed by David Leitch, who's well known for being an uncredited director on John Wick and also the future director of Deadpool 2. I was really excited to see Atomic Blonde because this being a David Leitch movie, you knew you're going to get something stylish, violent, action-packed. You know, you get all of those things in this movie, but we do have to talk about the action, but we'll bring that up in a bit. First, I want to talk about Charlize Theron because why not? She's amazing. She doesn't bring anything less to this movie. She's everything she needs to be to play this character. She's charming, sly, sexy, violent, ruthless, detached, and also flawed. I say she's flawed because even though her character and the trailers will try to convince you that she's invincible, she's not. She has a heart and a conscience, and sometimes that gets in the way of her better judgment, and also it gets her into more trouble than she'd like. I don't need to say too much about this, but can we just admit that James McAvoy is one of the best and entertaining actors out there right now? He is fantastic in this movie. He plays David Percival, who is another MI6 agent and is Charlize Theron's character's contact when she hits Berlin. His character's attitude is very entertaining, but also what makes it entertaining is the fact that you don't know if his character can be trusted. This leads to what advances a lot of the plot. There is a great supporting cast in this as well. John Goodman plays a high-ranking CIA agent. Toby Jones plays a high-ranking MI6 agent. Sofia Boutella plays a French spy. Just having actors that you like play minor roles like this just really gives a lot of weight to the whole story because you know you've got reliable actors even covering the smallest of things in this movie. And I must say, as a red-blooded heterosexual male, yeah. The trailers for this movie pretty much promised another big action movie like John Wick, and I do have to say that when the action does happen in this movie, it is amazing. It's shot really well. You can tell what's going on. Even when they do use shaky cam, it's not as bad as, say, the Bourne movies. That being said, do not expect another John Wick movie. I do have to say that this movie is more spycraft than anything, but honestly, that's not a bad thing. While the action is very John Wick-esque and is amazing, the spy stuff kind of reminded me of a very underappreciated movie, Angelina Jolie's Salt. There's lots of twists and turns and action, and you don't know who you can trust, and you don't know really what's going on until the very end, and I really like movies like that. Another minor complaint I would have is that Sam Hargrave's character, who plays a spy that we see get killed at the beginning of the movie, his character needed a little more fleshing out. We learn early in the movie that his character has a romantic relationship with our main character, and honestly that plot point almost gets forgotten. Though they do bring that up in the plot near the first of the movie, I do think they needed to bring it up a couple more times throughout the movie, maybe with a couple new flashbacks. I think by doing that, they could have kept that plot point fresh in our minds and that motivation behind our main character going. When I came out of the theater, a lot of the critics that were in there were complaining that they thought that this movie was boring, and honestly, I think it's because since this movie is directed by David Leitch, they were expecting another John Wick. Honestly, you cannot go in this movie expecting another John Wick. This movie is its own thing. It's a Cold War spy thriller set in 1989 Germany right before the Berlin Wall came down. Though it uses a lot of simple elements, they are effectively used and work because the movie is so stylish. If this one ends up getting ravaged by the critics, honestly, I don't care. This is one of my favorite movies of the year. Is it the best movie of the year? No. But I love the action, I love the style, I love a good spy movie. Charlize Theron is amazing, so is James McAvoy, and everyone that was the supporting characters was great as well, and I would highly recommend this movie. As always, thank you so much for watching. What did you think of Atomic Blonde, and also, what are your favorite spy movies? Feel free to comment out down in the section below. But remember, it's only just one guy's opinion. I'm Gino Reynolds from The Real Gino. Till next time.